Guess I'm done cultivating for the day. Good morning, everyone. Another beautiful day here. Last night got pretty nasty. We had probably 30-40 mile an hour winds last night. Got about 72 acres done yesterday. Not bad, but kind of got a late start, and Dax was dying of hunger. We had to get him home to go get something to eat. So just driving my ends now to head back to where we started. It was blowing bad enough I didn't want to walk last night, so I parked at the pickup. But right now, Phillip in front of us is working the ends, trying to soften everything up, tear up any weeds, and then as we spray the chemical on here for weed control, it'll also keep all the weeds suppressed, and we don't have to come back and work our ends so often. We just finished up cultivating our first potato field. Took us a couple days, but we were able to get it done. You can see we got a little tiny bit of rain last night. Tomorrow night it's supposed to rain. Philip's down digging in the next field to see if we can go. So he's checking that, and then he's gonna meet me back at the fuel. He's got the fuel key, so we can top off this tractor, and hopefully we can get going down there. But if not, we'll have to wait a couple days. I'm really hoping we can get going. Otherwise, it'll probably be next week before we can get going on that field. So as I was fueling up, I was looking over the cultivator here and noticed that our points are getting a little worn out. So I brought it back up to the shop real quick. We're gonna change those points out before we head down to the next field and find out whether it's dry enough. Don't ever put your finger here. Just ask Skylar about it. Have stitches do it? Oh, stitches do it? Have stitches do it? Hey, Skylar! Just a little bit of difference. Much better. Well, I got those sweeps changed, but now I'm headed over to go help Phillip. We're working on the corn machine on the pivot. This part of the pivot can fold in and out. It's on the very end to help, well, water the corners, just like it sounds like. Some of the bolts on the steering on it have wallered out, so we're going to replace those bolts and see if we can get it tight. And then hopefully it'll stay on track a little better and work a little better for us. More great Idaho weather on its way. It's raining and hailing, so he's got pipe boots on. I don't. So I'm gonna get out of here. Guess I'm done cultivating for the day. Once again, Idaho weather strikes. It is raining out there. Phillip's still going out there. That a boy. Skylar's out here in the rain washing tractor. What I do? Well, my feet are soaking wet. And pants are all wet. Luckily, my jacket does a pretty good job, but I'm gonna go home and have some late lunch, early dinner, see the wife and kids. It's been raining, I can't go cultivate, so I think we're just gonna call it a day. Well, hello everybody. Just got the side-by-side loaded up. Got my local Valley dealer coming out. They're gonna put a panel on for a couple pivots that we're running this year. We're gonna put cell service on them so that we can control them with our phone. I'm gonna see how hard it is to wire up, see if I can't learn how to do it myself, so that next year I can move it off this pivot and put it on the next pivot that I have spuds on. Kind of like to have it on our spud fields. And it's also nice because it'll send me alerts if there's any problems with the pivot. And so it helps me stay on top of the watering for these spuds. Anyways, so I'm just headed that way. It is cold and windy out there today though. We got some rain off and on last night. So it's a little bit muddy. Don't want them really driving the pickups in there and wiping out the spud rows, because that's part of having the cell service on there, is I don't have to have these spud rows taken out to have a road coming in and out. So I'm going to take the side-by-side down to them so that they can use that to go in and out and hopefully be a little more gentle on my spud rows before we cultivate them. John Deere says our tracks are in, and we've decided that we don't want to put them on by ourselves this time. We're going to have them do it to make sure that they're properly aligned. They're also going to check all the bearings while they're there, make sure everything's good there. Goodbye, my broken tracks. We're also excited because the new tracks are going to be a chevron pattern. There'll be a block here and a block here. Ooh, that wind's bad.